not even a proper teacher. Instead, there's Plato, a computer that seems able to succeed where many a harassed human has failed. Mrs. Barbara Johnson left school at 16, bored with her teachers and labelled a troublemaker. At 38, she's classed as functionally illiterate. In other words, she can't read a newspaper or write well enough to fill in a form. Her ambition to be a nurse seemed impossible, until she met Plato. Now she's doing 10 hours a week over 9 months, and that should give her a good chance of a high school diploma. Here's how it works. Touching the right keys spells out, "The girl carries the rabbit from the house to the car." It's correct, so Plato rewards the effort by animating the sentence. Successful students move on to the next problem, but it's different if you get it wrong. If you put the words out of order, for example, "The girl to the house carries the rabbit from the car," Plato reacts immediately. Although he does tend to nag a little, Plato never gets angry, and he never makes you feel small. And that's important to someone who may be ashamed of their ignorance. Lessons are kept as simple as possible, and the examples used are always taken from everyday situations. To teach basic maths, Plato puts up pictures of goods on supermarket shelves and invites you to go shopping. In a real supermarket, functional illiterates are lost and embarrassed. Here they're taken through the shopping step by step, and nobody's watching except Plato. Plato's full title is Programmed Logic for Automatic Teaching. Human teachers often have difficulty judging rates of progress for individual members of the class. But Plato can't fail, because pupils set their own standards. The computer watches every move, guiding the whole operation with gentle nudges about what's got to be done next. The system's backed by private and government funds, and it's been running now for over a year. Barbara Shelley's been involved from the start. The computer watches every move, guiding the whole operation with gentle nudges about what's got to be done next. The system's backed by private and government funds, and it's been running now for over a year. Barbara Shelley's been involved from the start.
We've had tremendous success stories. We have 200 adults enrolled right now. We've graduated 47. Several of the 47 have gone on and gotten their GED, which is their general education diploma. People have gone out and gotten jobs. We have one case in particular I'm thinking of, a man who was a high school dropout. He now has passed his basic skills on Plato. He has his GED, and he has a job in the construction business earning $13,000 a year.
Whatever the mood of the pupil, Plato is tirelessly attentive. Most important of all, perhaps, the computer is always encouraging. Each computer terminal seems to talk directly to its user, who comes to see Plato as a friend.
Plato has a personality. He's very personal. He constantly reinforces people on the terminal. I can be at 4th grade and I can sit with that terminal and work on it, and nobody knows at what level I'm at. I can learn as fast or as slow as I need to learn. Plato's very patient. He will keep putting me back through drill and practice until I've completed the required level to move on into the next unit. And I think this is why adults particularly really have enjoyed this learning system, because it's given them an opportunity to be private and to be personal, but at the same time to learn.
Now, you don't normally think of computers as being very warm human beings, but if Plato was a human teacher, what sort of person would he be?
Well, I think that Mr. Plato would be a warm, friendly, jolly person, not necessarily a man, with a sense of humor and who understands people's sensitivities to their educational shortcomings, but that he would be very patient. And I think I would enjoy being in his class, quite frankly.
Plato's winning ways have already produced results that far outstrip conventional methods for this kind of pupil. In fact, it's been so successful with adults that it's now been extended to teenagers who left school early and who are now mostly out of work and living off welfare. There's fresh hope for them, but so far it's only a drop in the ocean. Outside this center, there are no fewer than 23 million Americans who need a friend like Plato.